All right, today we're gonna do a test recipe. I'm suspicious of it, but we're gonna do it anyways. I'm Gwen, thanks for joining me. Today we're gonna make savory steel cut oats. It's big on the internet and I love oats so much. I grew up with them. They've been a staple in my life for years and years and years. And I'm also a huge fan of savory breakfasts, and I encourage everyone to get into the habit of having a savory breakfast. But the idea of savory oats is a little bit suspicious to me. So I'm gonna give it a go. And I'm gonna keep it as neutral as possible today because I don't know. I think part of me's like thinking that I'm still gonna try and put blueberries in them. But whatever. Okay, so we're starting off with a cup of steel cut oats. Get gluten-free if you need to. Organic is always the best, obviously. And as local as you can. We're gonna just put it in a pot. Now, I am gonna be adding a whole bag of frozen cauliflower rice. Cauliflower rice is incredibly easy to make. You just chop it up and put it in your food processor and blitz it. It takes like very few minutes. It's also fantastic to just buy it frozen, already done for you. Win on my books. So that's going in here. Oh my goodness. I didn't think that through. Stuck to the bowl. What are you gonna do? Okay, and then I thought about it long and hard. I was gonna do broth, like bone broth would make this so nutrient dense and such a fantastic way to start out your day. But as mentioned, I'm suspicious of savory oats. So I am trying to keep it as neutral as possible out of the gates. So just like regular steel cut oats, that's just 3 cups of water. And I am gonna add a little bit of salt. And because I'm crazy, I'm gonna add a little pepper. All right, look at me go. We're gonna jazz this up at the end, and I think that that's where the fun is really gonna come into play. I have a plan for how I'm gonna serve mine out today, but I can think of so many fun ways that you could make this and enjoy this, potentially. So I'm just gonna put this on the stove. Like all oats, you just bring it to a gentle boil and then reduce the heat down and let it kind of simmer, stirring it on occasion for about 20 to 30 minutes for steel cut oats. So this is something that I love to do on mornings when I have a little bit more time, or on mornings that I wake up early, or even just to make the night before. And then you can just heat up a single serving, and everybody can jazz it up however they like. So I'm gonna get this going and we'll see how it goes. All right, those are almost done. So while they're finishing up, I am going to make a quick topper that you could put on kind of anything. I like it on oats, salad, all the things. So I'm just using about a cup of pumpkin seeds, and I'm about to make a mess because I don't usually make it in a jar, but it's gonna look way cuter in this jar than in a bowl. So bear with me and don't laugh at me, all right? Totally laugh at me. Oh, it's happening. Okay, so a cup of pumpkin seeds, a cup of hemp hearts. Oh, geez. This is gonna get real. I love the idea of just having this on hand. You can add it to your overnight oats. You can add it to your salads, your countertop if you want. I have a cup of flax seeds. These are like golden flax seeds. I don't know. They're good. Someone is going to be in the comments like telling me how to do this better. And I appreciate you. I do. I am not against tips. And I am only using about 3/4 cup of chia seeds. And this is just going to be, this is going to be something else. That was pretty good. Just minor casualties with the flax. No big deal. Okay, then we're gonna stir it up. And I am gonna put this on top of my oats, which are ready. They do smell savory. I wasn't sure. You know, sometimes you can add frozen cauliflower to your smoothie and you don't really notice it, depending on what else you put in there. So I thought maybe I wouldn't really notice it and I could still put blueberries in there. I don't think that's gonna happen. So we're in it with the savory oats. Okay. Here we go. You can see that it's like porridgey. Anywho, let's build a bowl. An oat bowl, a savory breakfast bowl. You know what I was thinking about? You could have this for lunch or dinner, 100%. Why only be having oats for breakfast? I don't know. Okay. So, scoop of the oats. Oh, I made a mess of my pot. No big deal. Nothing to see there. All right, so now I have been thinking a lot about all the different options that we could do with this oat bowl. I got a plan for today, but I'm going to talk about some other ideas that I have for it as well. So in order to add in some extra protein, I'm going to add in about 1/2 cup of cottage cheese. The protein options are endless, all right? You could do eggs, you could do egg whites, you could do leftover ground meat and make it like a burrito bowl. You could do whatever you like. Shredded chicken. I mean, live it up. Really. Today we're doing cottage cheese. That's what's happening. I'm going to do a few sliced tomatoes. I'm going to clean that up because it's messy. All right, I'm going to do 1/2 an avocado. This is just the flavor I'm vibing with today, but I was thinking about it and I was thinking, I bet you, I don't even know if I'm going to like it yet, but I bet you what would be delicious is like some miso and edamame beans or like roasted vegetables would be so good, I bet you. I think it's got, I hope I love it because I'm really talking it up. Get that in there. And I'm going to put in a little bit of fresh herbs because the more phytonutrients we get, the better. And herbs are one of my favorite ways to do that. So I'm going to do parsley and green onions because that's what I got kicking in my kitchen right now. But basil would have been really good. Oh, with some olives in here, that would have been a good time. Whatever. This is what we're doing today. Kind of something that I do love about cooking though is you can have like a base of something like this and then just kind of layer things in however you like, which totally changes the flavor. It makes it feel like you're not eating the same thing every single day, which is a pet peeve for me. I'm also going to add in a tablespoon of nutritional yeast. I love the flavor of nutritional yeast. It's not for everybody, but I find it delicious. It's like cheesy and yummy and full of nutrients, vitamin B's especially. Put some fresh herbs up in there. And I think I'll put this is like a gigantic spoon. I bet you that's like 2 tablespoons. That's kind of what I'm going for. I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of this topper galore fantasticness. Hey, look at how pretty it is. Fresh cracked pepper. Hey, you guys, it looks good. And that is important. Some might say the most important thing, but I don't know. Let me get a spoon. We're gonna try this out together, me and you, first timers. I'm not even gonna clean up. It's just a mess in here, and we're just gonna try this out. But first of all, I mean, that's pretty. That's pretty. Okay. I'm curious about the savory oats. So I'm gonna go into there. It actually really works. It feels like, it tastes like a, kind of just like a warm rice bowl. The flavor is really light. I actually feel like I could see how this would work with so many different flavors. I also see how it could be an amazing lunch. So if you have been struggling to figure out quick, easy batch cook meals that are going to be really versatile and easy to kind of switch the flavors up, this might be an amazing option for you. Also, savory breakfasts. I know I already talked about it, but it is one of the greatest ways that we can start our day. A lot of times if we're having a very sugar-rich breakfast, it creates this kind of energy crash in the later afternoon. It often triggers food craving cycles. So having a really well-balanced breakfast is one of the most amazing things we can do to optimize our health, set us up for a day full of energy, feeling amazing. And I think this is going to be a good time. I recommend it. I'm surprised because, you know, I like sweet oats, but this is good. Thank you for joining me today. Let me know if you're gonna try it and enjoy.